form approval process for OrangeSlice Teacher Rubric. In this video, I'm going to explain how does the user sign up on the app to see how the grant of access is presented, going through OAuth consent screen permissions page, then how does the application use the requested scopes. There are 3 scopes. One is the auth drive. That one is used to change the file name. Auth documents. That's used to score the rubric in the document, provide student feedback, as well as see the viewers of the document. Those are the students whose work it is. We'll explain that. And then the last one here, script container. That's a sidebar that opens up so Teacher Rubric can exist within. Here's our first rubric we're going to look at here, and this one has 3 categories: questions asked, it has a vocabulary, and organization. With each of these categories, there is a performance criteria, A, B, C, D. The rubric is accessed through add-ons, Teacher Rubric, Score Rubric. It's going to ask for authorization required. Up here is the client ID, so you can see that. Going to choose an account. It presents us with the 3 different scopes that are requested. Okay, so now it's going to pull up the teacher rubric right here. The teacher rubric is read in each of these categories. The first one's questions asked. I'm going to say as an A. Vocabulary, we're going to make that a, I guess we'll just make that a B, and then organization, we'll also make that an A. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to process the grade, but before I do that, notice the title up here. The title is the student's name and then the document title. I select process grade, and Teacher Rubric does its thing. Okay, and let's look immediately. We see over here that the rubric is now colored in. That one right there is the documents scope, as well as the student grade has been entered here and here. Another scope that's changed up here is the title right here. This is the drive one. Now, this has graded star dot star because the add-on works by seeing who is the viewer of the document and not the owner of the document. When a student submits the work to be graded, they move from owner to viewer. So the add-on looks to see who is the viewer, and therefore that is the student of this document. I'm going to change this up here to what it would be. It's going to be graded, last name, first name, the points scored. Okay, so where and why is that important? Where is that used? First, it's used by the student to see, oh, my assignment is graded, here's my score. The teacher uses it when they go into Drive to manage their classroom workload. They'll go into Classroom. Within that folder, they'll see folders for each class. Within each class, they'll see assignment folders. This one is the Two Tides and Moon. So this one's right here. You can see right there is the student's work we just graded. What's nice here is we can see that which students are graded, which students have been peer-reviewed, and which students have not submitted for a grade. Up here we see sorted by graded. Then we have student last name, first name, and then we see the points assigned to each student. So it puts those all together, the graded group. Then we see this student here has not had the document graded, but has had a peer review. And then we can see what the peer review level was. Was it a B level? Then this particular student right here has not submitted for peer review, has not done a self-review, has not submitted to the teacher to be graded. So the teacher then can address that and manage their workload. So that's one of the benefits there of having the Drive access. Okay, over here on this side we have the sidebar, and that has been given to us by the container scope that's been requested. Now if you see the Get Next, this is a tool right here for a teacher to help manage their workload. So for this particular assignment, I can see that it's given for period 7, period 1, and period 4. It says there are 0 ready, all assignments have been submitted. Now this also uses the viewer of the document. In other words, who is the student, and the add-on can look and see which students have submitted and not submitted. So this doesn't work because it's a fake environment, but it would tell you how many students would need we're ready to have their assignment graded. I can click on this. This will take me right into Drive. This will take me right to that classroom, and I can see those students, so I can manage the whole class at that point. In addition, I can select students. So this particular student has 3 assignments with grades on there. One, weather, the reflection, and then the sun satellites. And I see the grade over here. The RET means the assignment has been returned. Well, why has that assignment been returned? I click on this link. This takes me to that assignment. And this says, oh yes, it is returned right here. And what is the reason? 1.3 is not finished, and therefore it was returned. I can see down here in organization, it has been returned. So these features or these scopes of Drive and documents of changing the file name and then giving us access to see who the viewer is gives us this kind of information over here. The class over here, this isn't set up because it's a faux environment, and I need to have the viewer access to see for this class the other assignments in this class, which assignments are outstanding at this point. So again, it's another tool to manage. So those are the 3 scopes that it's asked for. One is the container, creates the sidebar. Another one is Drive, changes the file name up here, which allows these tools to be used over here on this side. And then documents to score the rubric over here in this region and put student feedback over here in this region. And then to be able to see the viewers so that we can get information of who has completed the assignment and who has not.